To access the purchase option screen, go to Setup, expand the Store Configuration tab, and click on Purchase Options. Once we're on the Purchase Options page, you will see our three options on the top: create a session pass, create a membership, and create a package. We're going to go ahead and take a look at how to create a session pass. Once you create a new session pass, the first thing we have to do is select the correct purchase option service category, whether it is a pass to pay for appointments, right? Maybe such as the personal training appointments that we've set up or the massage appointments that we've set up previous, or is it for them to come for classes, for the clients to pay for booking assets, the clients coming in to use the gym facility as an open gym visit, or maybe it is a session pass to um, add funds into their account tab. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and choose a service category of classes, just as an example. And we're going to go ahead and name it. Let's say it is a 5 class pass. Let's say we're going to create a class pass that gives them 5 visits. So I'm just going to name it 5 class pass. We can put it in description if we want. We can also upload an image for this class pass if needed. Scrolling down, the visit restrictions. So in this case, since this is a 5 class pass that we're creating, we're not going to set it up as an unlimited visit. We're going to go ahead and change it to set number of visits. And we're going to put number 5 in there for 5 visits. So when they purchase this 5 class pass, they are buying 5 visits. Scrolling down, what is the price that the clients will pay upfront for these 5 visits? So let's just say it's $10 per session, so we're going to put it at $50. Great. Coming down again, if there's taxes associated, you can determine whether taxes will be added on top of the $50 or not. And then it will give you a quick summary of how much your clients will be paying. Coming down, we have an activation date. So we can either activate the pass on first visit. So the very first class that the clients will attend will be their activation date of these passes. We can also make it a sale date, so the date that the sale is made for these passes, or I can actually choose a date for these passes to activate. Okay, coming down, we have to select expiration. So the expiration will then determine whether the pass will be expiring after the purchase of it. So we can either set it up as does not expire, expires X amount of time, whether it's day, week, month, or year, and choosing an actual expiration date. So if I just actually put an expiration date in here, anybody that purchased this purchase option, their passes will not work after this expiration date. Coming back to the middle option here, you will notice that right now it says expires 1 month after the first visit. And this is because above on the activation date, the first visit is selected. Take a look if I change this over to a sale date. So activation is sale date. It will now say expires 1 month after sale. So this will be very important, the activation date, for you to set up correctly, especially if there's going to be an expiration date that's going to be set up for it. Okay. In this case, I'm just going to go does not expire. Okay. Coming down, if we were to have an expiration date, what do we want the system to do? Now, the expiration for a session pass can be one of two things. Expiration could be one, the expiration date hits, right? Let's say it's 1 month after first visit. A month has passed now after the first visit, it's going to expire. That's one scenario. The second scenario could be the number of visits. Let's say the 5 visits are all used up. That's going to consider it as expired as well because the pass no longer has any visits left on it. Okay, so that's 2 options there. So scrolling back down here to after expiration. So if one of those 2 scenarios occur, whichever one happens first, how do we want wellness living to behave? Do we want it to do nothing, right? Hey, if it expires or you use up all your visits, that's it. You can buy the next set of passes on your own time whenever you want to. The second option that we have is make it to auto renew. So as discussed earlier in this topic, we have the option to set up passes and memberships and packages to auto renew. So what that's going to happen is if the visits are used up or the expiration date hits, the system will then auto renew the client for another 5 session pass at the determined price. And it's going to charge the credit card that's saved on file or the ACH account that's saved on file Or let's say in the event that maybe they don't have a credit card that's valid and they do not have an ACH account, it's going to charge them onto their account balance as an owing balance to the business. We have a third option to the right of that, convert to. So this works similarly to auto renew where it's going to go ahead and charge a client again. However, it's not onto the same session pass. So it's going to allow the business owner to say, hey, after this 5 class pass is done, I want it to auto renew, but it's not going to auto renew to the same purchase option. We're actually going to convert this client to a different purchase option that we have, right? Maybe in this case, maybe it's not a 5 class pass. Maybe it was a 1 week unlimited class free trial, right? We give them a free trial. And then what's going to happen is if you don't let the business know that you want to discontinue this trial, the business will then go ahead and convert you to maybe a regular classes membership in this case. So just one of the many scenarios that we can use this for, but it will auto renew them, but it's going to auto renew them to a different purchase option that the business sets up to convert to. If you do opt to auto renew or convert to, you will see there's an additional option set up here on the bottom, enable client control or disable client control. This relates directly to the auto renewal portion of this purchase option. If you enable client control, it's going to allow the clients to log into their account online, whether it be the client web app or the Achieve app, and the clients can stop their auto renew. So not to cancel their membership or cancel their session pass, but stopping the auto renew, which will take place when the purchase option expires. The other option would be to disable the client control. So maybe the business has a strict policy where they have to give maybe 30 days advance notice. In that case, they don't want the client to go on at any time to stop the auto renew when the expiration happens. So what they may do is they may disable the client control. So if the client doesn't want the purchase option to auto renew when it expires, they have to reach out to the business and have a staff member assist them with stopping the auto renew or maybe even canceling at that point. Last but not least, under our general information setup, we have online store configuration. So in this case, the online store category, these are all set up in the backend, which we're going to cover a little bit later. But these store categories make it easier for both our staff and our clients to find the items that they want easily in the store because it allows us to organize different purchase options and different products, different items under these categories. So these are all set up by the business, so they can differ from business to business. So let's say in this case, I want to assign it to the class and passes membership. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And that's it for our general settings for our session passes.